Alrighty, so I'm actually a couple of days late to this. I knew that there was a dev note on JP, and I guess I just didn't like check it enough whenever it came out to global. I should have known that it was going to be fairly soon, but I am pretty much 3 days late to this. This came out at 1:42 a.m. On the 31st, and it is now the 3rd as of the day I'm recording this. I'm pretty sure it'll go up today, like after I finish, recording it. I'll render it out and upload it. But I'm late. Oh well. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of reading, a lot of talking, so I guess buckle in. I have read this on JP, by the way, so I know pretty much what the gist of it is, but some of the translations were really weird as far as Google Translate goes, so hopefully there's a little bit more easy reading there. Anyway, hello, this is Director Koo from the Seven Deadly Sins of Grand Cross. I hope all the knights have been faring well. As spring returns with a warm breeze of air, we are here to deliver some news regarding the upcoming contents and user survey. Let's dive into the month's dev notes. Ragnarok Chapter 4 update. The 4th chapter of the Ragnarok update will arrive in April. The first story in Ragnarok was released at the end of July last year, and the plot will continue to unfold with the 4th chapter's arrival. In the meantime, we've put a lot of effort into delivering the stories of our dramatic original heroes, such as Sigurd, Brunhild, Magelda, Skadi, and Thonar. Approximately 1/3 of the entire Ragnarok story will be complete by the time the chapter 4 is released, which is actually kind of weird. I didn't think it was going to be that short. So 1/3 is, I guess that means there's only going to be 12 chapters, but then again, 12 chapters is relatively long, kinda. I don't know. I figured it was going to be longer than that, maybe. The story so far has taken us through the journeys of Meliodas and his party, his falling into a new world, understanding an unfamiliar creation, and forging friendships with the heroes of this realm. They will give full-fledged effort in investigating the secrets of Ragnarok as they encounter all the more eccentric forms. We hope that you will be excited to travel further into the Ragnarok chapter and meet new heroes as stories unfold. I know that a lot of people aren't super hype about like Ragnarok stuff, but I actually really like the concept of Ragnarok, and a lot of the character designs and stuff like that are really cool. So kind of looking forward to some more of the stuff that's coming out with this, at least with the characters and everything. I haven't really been following the story too much, but I would like to at some point go back through and actually like figure out what's going on and like read through some of it, because it's pretty interesting to me. Anyway, user surveys. So it's been over 2 years since our knights began their journey in the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. We graciously feel that we have only been able to continue this journey with you for so long thanks to your consistent engagement and interest in the game we both love. In order for the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross to become the game you enjoy, we must stay vigilant from becoming complacent and continue to develop and improve. We believe it is necessary for us to progress past our shortcomings and introduce new and fun elements based on the opinions of our knights. As mentioned in past dev notes, from the second half of last year to the first half of this year, we have been renewing regular content and making improvements to lessen your inconveniences. At the same time, we acknowledge that the shortcomings that prevent knights from enjoying the game in full. In order to keep providing enjoyment to our knights, we believe it is essential for us to listen to your voices and create the future of the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross together. We plan to move forward with your voice in our thoughts by soon conducting a user survey. This survey will be conducted to canvass the opinions of knights all around the world who enjoy the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. We hope to receive detailed feedback on improvements for each game content and event preference. The survey schedule and details will be announced in a separate notice. We will process your survey responses swiftly to ensure high priority improvements can be reflected in the game as quickly as possible. Honestly, I don't really have any complaints with a whole lot of the stuff. Like PvP and stuff like that could obviously use a little bit of improvement. The PvP shop still needs improvement. The coin shop needs an improvement. The new, even stuff that has gotten sort of revamped lately, it just is a little bit lackluster in some regards. But I would really love to see the rates get messed with a little bit on this game and just tweaked a bit, because 3% sucks. And I know know that that's not going to be something that ends up getting, you know, reworked or, you know, changed or tweaked or anything like that. But even if they just went up to 4% or 5% would be so good. Just, I don't know, man. Summoning is, if they're gonna release, you know, banners that people need, you know, this character for this specific game mode and stuff like that, and they just keep coming out with different ways to like make people want to summon for different stuff, that would be a really nice thing to have, is just a little bit of improved rates. Another thing that I'm kind of surprised they haven't added in at this point, which I guess it makes sense to me in some ways, but I don't know, I feel like other games haven't, is like a coin that you can use to upgrade like anyone's ultimate. Maybe it'll be just like a generic coin. I would assume it probably wouldn't work for festival characters, or there would be like a specific one just for festival characters if they added something like that. But just some sort of like generic SSR coin, not like a Super Awakening coin, but something that you can use to just upgrade any character's ultimate, would be super helpful in certain regards, because, you know, having to summon on banners to get, you know, just one specific character to power up their ultimate can be very tedious in a lot of aspects. And this game has so many ways that it monetizes like characters. Like, you have to get the character, you have to pull dupes for the character, you have to buy outfits for the character, you have to upgrade the outfits for the character, you have to make gear for the character, you have to UR gear for the character. Like, there's just so much that goes into a character, and you have to, you know, super awaken them, you know, all that different stuff. There's so much, and just, you know, lightening the load and making it a little bit easier for people to, you know, improve their characters would be very nice. But we'll see how it works out when the survey comes out. We'll see how much of the actual, you know, we'll see what the community suggests a whole lot, and how much they actually take into consideration and what they actually change. So could be a good time to actually get your voice, you know, heard. So I guess start thinking of things that you want improved in the game, so that way you can send it in the survey, I guess. Ancient Holy War direction. This one's actually kind of funny, because the Ancient Holy War has only been out for like a week or two, and they already know that it's bad. So a new type of event called the Ancient Holy War is currently being held in the second part of the Seven Deadly Sins second anniversary festival. A new system was originally planned, in which knights acquired contribution points for their selected faction and conquered territories. However, in order to make the newly developed systems as stable as possible, we decided to introduce a more passive structure to the way knights can interact within the event. We plan to make overall improvements to the Ancient Holy War event to make it more engaging, including a new feature called Faction. We would like to hear your opinions on the event throughout the aforementioned survey on the areas that will benefit with new ideas or simply lacking in implementation. I'm pretty sure they worded it quite differently on the JP KR dev notes that they did. But yeah, they know that the Ancient Holy War is not all that great, and they've already stated, I'm pretty sure they stated a little bit more clearly, or maybe that was just Google Translate twisting the words a bit, but it seemed like they were definitely aware that Ancient Holy War needed some improvements to it. So at least they know, I guess. New PvE content. A new PvE content is being prepared to be introduced in an update in June. Since the Demonic Beast Battle update last September, we have mainly introduced combat-focused content such as the Demonic Beast Battle and Tower of Trials, requiring high growth of specific heroes. Engaging in a strategic PvE content can be captivating, as it requires you to formulate new strategies and clear the stage, and rewards you with a sense of achievement. However, we are also aware that knights who have grown weary of the required heroes and necessary stats to strategize effectively. The upcoming content is being developed to allow you to enjoy using your own heroes without the burden of acquiring a specific pool of heroes and strengthen them. So I think what they're trying to say is they understand that a lot of the demonic beast battles use very specific characters, and a lot of just PvE game modes in general require very specific characters to be like the best of the best. So they want to add like a game mode where you can actually just come up with your own team and have fun with it more, hopefully. So that's kind of cool. The new PvE content will be a stage progressive content rather than the boss battle type PvE content. Each of your heroes will gradually grow as you clear the stage with your own set of heroes. Stages will be divided into branches, meaning the type of growth and stat buffs granted upon clearing will vary depending on which route you follow. The new PvE content will be released as regular content similar to the previously released Final Boss Battle, Demonic Beast Battle, and Tower of Trials. It will be updated through a seasonal system which opens for a certain period of time and closes when the period ends. So kind of interesting. I was kind of hoping for just like a regular game mode that you could sort of mess around with at any time, but they seem to be really into doing like seasonal content sort of things where it's just open for a little while and then it closes and you don't have to worry about it, which can also be beneficial too, because you know sometimes there's a lot of stuff that you need to do in the game, and you know if it's open forever and it just has like refreshing rewards and stuff like that, then you might get kind of burnt out on having to like add new stuff to the things that you have to do like every day or every week or whatever. So as long as the rewards are good, you know, enough to where you want to work on it while it's here and you know you're gonna miss it when it's gone, then that would be ideal, obviously. So details about the future or features and composition of the new content will be released subsequently through the dev notes before the update is released. So they said that's going to be sometime in June. Not too far away. I'm assuming June is also when the 3rd year anniversary is going to be happening for JP, so I think they're probably going to try to get that ready for the anniversary and tack that on, so that way it's a little bit more hype, hopefully a little bit like newer content, something to go along with the anniversary. So that could be kind of cool. Artifact card wish draw. Artifact cards were introduced as an additional collectible element which many knights have been using to boost their heroes' performance in battle. Artifact cards are often acquired as rewards, usually through seasonal events. Knights who have missed out on seasonal events have been sharing their regret on the missed opportunity and asking for a chance to acquire them again. So we would like to provide an additional opportunity to get these seasonal artifact cards for those who missed them in the order to support you in your artifact card collection. So a lot of the times they'll do just random specific events where, you know, they do an OC characters event where you get like an Easton card and a mono card and this or whatever, and then the artifact card set has something to do with OC characters like boosting their stats or whatever, and then they did one for Valentine's Day where you get specific Valentine's Day cards and that has an effect to it and everything. So if you weren't playing during that, you don't get those cards, you can't get that thing, whatever the case may be. So they're trying to bring those back, that way people can actually get them. So that's good. The Artifact Card Wish Draw event will allow knights to acquire seasonal artifact cards using the special items acquired during the event period. We plan to provide you with an opportunity to select the artifact card you wish to acquire and register it in the provided wish slot to increase your chance of obtaining it. The cards you can acquire from the artifact card draw will only be seasonal artifact cards previously acquired throughout the seasonal events. Knights who already own seasonal artifact cards will acquire converted plate cards of the same grade, similar to how the regular artifact plate cards are claimed. So I'm not completely sure, but I think that the UR Escanor, like the one Escanor card, is a seasonal card, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive on that, but if it is, that's definitely going to be one that you want to get if you don't have it, but also if you do have it, because then you'll get a UR plate card, which gives you a ton of XP for leveling up artifact card, you know, sets. So definitely recommend that whenever this comes around. So that's kind of cool. The name of this event is subject to change upon the official release. Last one here, additional system improvements. There will be a number of system improvements in the April updates, including an information pop-up UI, which we share a few highlighted improvements below. First, the rewards for watching ads will be improved. Other than diamonds, the current rewards for watching ads are not so appealing. Through this update, we plan to change these rewards so that way you can acquire more effective rewards. Second, we have an improvement which we believe many knights will be delighted about. Due to the amount of content and number of heroes added since the game's release, it is necessary to form diverse sets of teams to suit each purpose. In order to alleviate the inconvenience of having to reorganize a set of teams each time you participate in unique content. The maximum number of normal set teams has been expanded from 5 to 10. This is a huge update. This one actually comes out with Jormungandr whenever her update drops, and I could not be more excited about this. It's not really that big of a deal, but it's going to be just like a really nice, quality of life improvement just to be able to set additional teams, because like they said, there are a ton of new characters and stuff like that since the game's launched. Like there's just a ton of characters in the roster now, and there's a lot of extra game modes and stuff like that have come out since the original release of the game. So it's only right that we would get more team slots, so that way we don't have to completely reorganize something every time a new event comes around. So that'll be really nice. I'm really looking forward to that one specifically. So yeah, we hope that this improvement will help many players enjoy our game more conveniently. Through this dev note, we have covered details regarding the user survey, new content, and events. We humbly ask for your interest and engagement in the upcoming user survey that will be held in April, as we would greatly appreciate your valued opinions. More detailed details regarding the news we shared in this dev note will be shared in the next one. As the dev team of the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, we continue to pay attention to your voices and do our utmost best to provide the gaming experience Knights enjoy. Thank you. So honestly, pretty good one. There wasn't a whole lot of like this is coming next sort of thing. I'm really surprised that they haven't said any more about the slime collab. I know that they keep sort of like saying like, oh, it's not anytime soon, but there's like progressively slime collab stuff getting added to the game over time, and I can only imagine it's going to be sometime soonish. Like at this point, like it's been a while since the leaks originally came out, and I can only imagine it's getting really close. So I don't know. They said that they'll try to like talk about it a little bit in advance, but I can definitely see them not doing that, because if they tell you in advance, people are just going to save for it instead of spending their gems on banners, and then they don't make money, blah blah blah. So I don't know exactly. I am excited for the Ragnarok stuff. The user survey, hopefully they'll get enough feedback on different stuff to improve the game in certain areas that'll improve it for the entire player base, of course. Hopefully, make sure that, like I said, you get your sort of stuff that you want improved in order, so that way you can send it to them as soon as it comes out. Ancient Holy War definitely needs a rework. It's just kind of meh at the moment. Like it's just not good, but it's not bad. It's very middle of the road. It's something that I'm not going to be looking forward to participating in. But I don't hate it. Like it's just whatever. It's just additional rewards, I guess. New PvE content. I'm actually kind of excited for this one, because they're talking about actually making an event where it's not character specific. Like you don't need to have Trader Melee for it, which is basically what they're saying. Like you can just use whoever you want, which is a very interesting concept. I think that one would be kind of cool. Definitely give people more of a reason to branch out and try other characters that they're not so used to using. Artifact withdraw. I don't really have an issue with this one because I play the game every single day, so I'm not missing any of these cards. But if you are, I can definitely see this being very beneficial for you, so hopefully that's nice. Additional system improvements, just any sort of quality of life stuff is going to be very good in the grand scheme of things. The game used to be so like slow, and there was a lot of stuff that was just like unnecessarily like long animations or this or that, and just they've really like improved a lot of stuff since the game came out. Like if I played the game, the original build of the game that was released, I'm sure it would be a completely different experience. So all of these things sort of just slowly add up and make it very like nice and comfortable to play, which I do appreciate. I just really like quality of life improvements more than anything. Just making the game feel better is always good to me. So very cool. Looking forward to the extra 5 teams. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'm not too late on this. I'm sure a lot of you have probably already read this. There's only 3,000 people that have looked at this. I'm sure there might be videos on people talking about it already, but either way, if you haven't, here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one.